Well, as many of you know, I live in a 114-year-old house. So a lot of people have lived here before we have, and there are a few places in the house where people have said that they felt certain vibrations. So I've got 2 cameras set up, and I'm going to probably insert clips from those cameras, and we'll see if while we're doing a little quick Halloween video here, we might pick anything up on either of those 2 cameras. I'm not hopeful. I can't look at them while I'm doing this, so it'll be up to you to decide if you've seen anything on those cameras during our taping. The idea for this effect was to create an ordinary object which could also be enchanted to move in an extraordinary way. And I wanted something that you could have anywhere, that anyone you might approach might have in their pocket. So I settled on a pen, and I thought we'd see if we can enchant an ordinary pen. You can borrow this from somebody if you'd like. It does not have to be a special pen. And this particular one is an Office Pro, which I happen to get at the 99-cent store. A Bic pen should work absolutely just as well. So if we were going to enchant this and try to get something different than a normal pen would do, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to turn it into a pointer. Because I've always thought for divination, having something which pointed to an outcome that you predict in a magic act would be absolutely ideal. I'm going to balance that pen between my fingers here, and hopefully if I can get it perfectly balanced between my fingers, we can get a very gentle motion from the pen. Now I'm already feeling an enchantment. Whoa, an enchantment is already taking place there for sure, and it's bobbing around. If I point to the top, I know that it'll frequently, jump towards the finger, and if I point to the bottom, same thing, it's coming down towards the other finger. So that enchantment will follow what you do. Now, there are definitely no strings or wires. There are no magnets involved in being able to do this. And once it's enchanted, a variety of different predictions are certainly possible. The pen is inspectable, and as soon as the enchantment is off, it returns to being a normal writing pen that you can use anywhere you would like. Now there is an advanced move with the haunted pen that I think you're really going to like. Let's say you had a room full of people and you wanted the spirits to point to one person in the room. That would be pretty creepy. So you can borrow a pen, hold it in your hand, and enchant it. With a little luck, that haunted pen will rise from their hand, or your hand, and it's going to point to the person in the room, the most interesting person in the room, there it goes, that you would like it to. And the most interesting person in the room is you. Now as that returns to my hand, the pen is fully inspectable, it can be handed out, and it can even be used as a writing instrument. Alright, so here's the reveal on the haunted pen and how you can make one of these pens for yourself. Now my friend Bryce was in the science fair, and he did his science fair project on center of gravity. And I don't know if this effect has been used by other people, but it occurred to me that if you radically change the center of gravity on something very light, like a plastic pen like this, you might be able to get a floating effect. And that would be without magnets, that would be without strings, something that could fit into your pocket. And I did mention it's inspectable and you can borrow a pen, and I'll show you exactly why that also is true. I also get a kick as a science geek out of the idea that the way this trick actually works is through the power of a supernova and the gravity of a planet. I took a little bit of lead, and I'm going to show in some clips here that'll be inserted. I took a little bit of lead from a fishing weight, and I simply lightly machined it with some simple hand tools to be a portion of the pen. So the top portion of the pen here is actually a fishing weight, which has been just simply fitted to a pen with some hand tools. And that fishing weight is very heavy, and the body of the pen is very light. So by having that fishing weight in place, you can make the balance of the pen be very offset. other option, you're saying, well, wait a minute, that couldn't be gotten from the audience or handed out for inspection. The other option is to machine a piece of lead to exactly fit into the cap of a pen, but to be conical so that you can still put the pen back into the cap as you normally would. That's a little bit trickier, but I'm going to make those available if you would like them very inexpensively at the end of the video. And by having it in the cap of a pen, you can borrow any similar pen. They all seem to be about the same diameter. You can borrow the pen from somebody, and all you've got to do is swap in your gimmicked cap when you move it from one spot to the other spot, and you are all set to do that really strange, spooky levitation. I'm also sure that there's a lot of additional things you can do with your haunted pen. Now, in the case of the lead weight that I've machined into these pens, and if you get one from me, it'll be exactly the same balance point. I balanced it so that the line on the pen lines up with the tip of your finger so that you will always know what your balance point should be. Now, I've got to tilt my finger forward. As far as the up and down motion of the pen, it's a lot like the haunted key. The slightest motion of your finger, as you can see, changes the tipping point for the pen and dips it down. So if I just rotate my finger a little tiny bit, you can already see the end of the pen is coming up. And that is the reveal on the haunted pen. So you can make it yourself, or at the end of the video, as I said, you'll find that you can get them from me as well. Now that your haunted pen is working, let's have a quick try at some real divination. I have 6 cards. I'm going to spread those out on the table. So you've got 6 different faces to choose from. And you and I will do this together, and we'll see if the haunted pen can not only work between 2 people, it can work between 2 people through a computer screen. I'd like you to look at any card out of this group of cards and just remember it. Hopefully that card stays in your mind, and hopefully the vibes will affect our device for divination. You have your card? Don't forget it. I'm going to go ahead and mix these up just to make it fair. With 6 cards, a shuffle is a little less elegant. And we'll set those aside while we use our divination pen. So taking our pen, we're going to convert it to a pointer. And we'll ask the spirits to help us with this. I'm going to spread out all the 6 cards face down. And we'll have our spirits enchant the pen. Now if we're lucky, wow, it's already jumping around. That pen is already bouncing. I'm going to move it above the cards, and I'll have you concentrate. Whoa, we got a big dip right there. That pen just floats. Every time, well, there's the dip. Wow, right down to this card. So I'm going to remove that card from the set, leaving 5 cards. And do you remember your card? Let's spread those cards back out, and we'll see if the pen selected the card that you were thinking of, leaving only the other cards. 1 card missing. Is your card the missing card? Okay. Hey, I'm sorry. I do have to apologize here at the end of the video for the whole ghost cam thing, which totally didn't work out. I was reviewing the tape and I don't see anything on it at all. So I guess we missed our ghost for Halloween, but hopefully the haunted pen trick is enough to hold up on its... Who are you?